He knew what went on in that valley. He knew the pride of its people, the way they mocked justice and trampled the sacred. Perhaps there weren't 50. His voice came softer this time. What if there are 5 less than 50? Will you destroy the whole city for lack of 5? The answer came swiftly. If I find 45, I will not destroy it. Abraham felt he must press further. Perhaps there are 40. For the sake of 40, I will not do it. What if there are 30? If I find 30, I will not destroy it. Each time he spoke, his voice grew weaker. It wasn't fear he felt. It was a quiet, growing certainty. Perhaps 20. If I find 20, I will forgive the city. The old man swallowed hard. He knew he had reached the edge. Please, Lord, let me speak just once more. What if there are 10? If I find 10 righteous in Sodom, I will not destroy it. Silence fell over the hilltop. Abraham said no more. His heart understood what his lips could not bring themselves to say. The fate of the city was sealed. The night breeze swept the sand across the hills as Abraham stood still, his eyes fixed on the Jordan Valley. The lights of Sodom glowed in the distance, its fires burning, its squares crowded, its feasts unending. Everything went on as usual. Nothing in the city hinted that judgment was drawing near. But above, where the old man had pleaded for mercy, heaven had fallen silent. The Lord had spoken one final time. If I find 10 righteous in the city, I will not destroy it. After that, nothing more. Abraham did not insist. He bowed his head and felt the weight of a silence that said more than words ever could. If 10 righteous could be found, the city would be spared. But the messengers were already making their way down into the valley. There had been no declaration of mercy, no sign of reprieve. The wind blew colder. In Sodom, the streets pulsed with the same nightly euphoria. Laughter echoed, glasses clinked, music rose above the rooftops. But the countdown had begun, and none within its walls had the slightest idea of what was coming. Abraham turned slowly and walked back to his tent. He did not look back. He didn't need to. The city's fate was already sealed, and for many, dawn would never come. The sun was dying on the horizon when 2 silhouettes emerged on the dusty road. Their steps were steady and unwavering, yet their stride showed no sign of weariness. They did not speak to one another, nor did they glance to either side. They walked with unshakable purpose, as if nothing could turn them from their path. The desert breeze swept sand into swirling patterns that dissolved over the road. In the distance, beyond the river, Sodom rose with its towering walls, its spires bathed in the golden light of twilight. From afar, the city seemed prosperous, brimming with life, its gates open to trade and pleasure. But the appearance was only a veil. Beneath the surface, something far darker pulsed. The 2 travelers moved forward without haste, untouched by the exhaustion the desert road would place on any ordinary man. They carried no provisions, sought no shelter, feared neither thieves nor beasts, for they were no ordinary men. Sodom stretched out before them like a sleeping giant, unaware of the judgment approaching. From atop its towers, the flames of braziers lit the streets, where merchants squeezed the last profits from the day, and revelers gathered for yet another night of indulgence. The city gates were just steps away. The guards saw them, but paid no attention. To them, they were nothing more than weary travelers in search of rest. They did not know those feet carried the last sunset Sodom would ever see. Twilight painted the walls of Sodom in shades of red as Lot sat at the city gate. From that spot, he watched merchants closing their stalls, travelers seeking lodging, and groups gathering in the squares for the first round of wine. He knew the rhythm of these streets well, the constant bustle, and the shadows that came alive as the sun finished its course.